Hey guys, what's up? Cardfight here, and today I'm here with the Celestial deck profile. This video is part of the winners for the giveaway that happened a few weeks ago. I'll be doing a Steel Dragon and also an Arial deck profile because those are the other two winners. So first we'll do the Celestial deck first because I actually had one of these laying around, and the deck is actually pretty fun. It's fairly budget because that was part of the request. It's budget enough. I personally wouldn't be using the same G zone as I am running here, but I'll tell you what I will run. But it's trying to make the deck a little bit cheaper if you guys want to play Angel Feathers but don't want to cough out money for Gabriels and stuff. So yeah, starting Vanguard, we're running the Celestial starting Vanguard. So our skill is move this card into Soul. If you have an Angel Feather Vanguard, you can choose a face-up card in your face-up Celestial card in your damage zone and call it to a rearguard circle. And then you can put the top card of your deck to your damage zone. So you can run the what's your face? The G starting Vanguard instead, because you can add that card to your hand. But this card is good because it's counterblast free. So early on you can use it and it's not generation break restricted. So there might be something you need in the damage zone very early on, and she'll help you do that. So next, running for Helm. I think her name is Helm. Heluem. She's from Fighter's Collection way back when. Skill is Limerick 4, kind of lost 1. Choose a card from your hand and put it in your damage zone. And then you can choose a face-up card in your damage zone and add it to your hand. And during this turn, this card gets plus 5,000 power. And if you have a face-up copy of herself in the damage zone, then she gets an extra critical, and this effect cannot be used again for the rest of the turn. So what's good about her is that she's a very good rush card. Since you do get an extra critical, you can pressure your opponent when you first ride grade 3. This deck does run a few Limerick enablers, so you can combo with them so that you can have access to her effect early on. And her second effect is kind of lost 1, and then this card gets plus 2,000 power. You don't really need to worry about that. But yeah, mainly her being a strong 16k attacker by herself with her effect, it's pretty good. And combo with the booster, you'll be hitting for 20 something, which your your opponent might take it because it's early on and they might not have guard, so they might take an extra crit to the face. This build is more, in my opinion, a little bit more aggressive. So next, running for Legion. Angel Feathers also has problems running with decking out, so running a Legion card is quite good for that. So her effect is when this card in Legion, you can choose a put a card from your deck to the damage zone, and then you can choose a face-up card in your damage zone and call it to a rearguard circle. And then if your damage zone has a copy of one of your Vanguards, then you can the called unit gets plus 5,000 power. So basically, if you Legion, and your damage zone has one of them on here, like for example, this is your damage zone for some reason, you can call it, and this guy has 5k. So you still have a copy of this face up. So yeah, that's the main thing for Celestials. You need to have a copy of your Vanguard in the damage zone in order for you to get the effects off to make most use of your cards. And there's a lot of cards in this deck that help you do that. So next, running 3 of her. She's a Legion mate for your grade 3 Vanguard. So her skill is when this card attacks and you have a Celestial Vanguard, during this turn this card gets plus 2,000 power, so she's an 11k attacker. And if you have a face-up unit on the damage zone as the same unit in your Vanguard circle, then she gets a new skill, and that skill is on a rearguard circle. If this card attack hits, you can counter charge 1, soul charge 1, so a little bit of pressure there. Quite good. Not running 4 because there's a lot of other grade 2s that I want to run, so yeah. Alright, next we're running 4 of her. She is pretty much like the Celestial version of Broken Nurse, Broken Heart. Not broken, well, the card's kind of broken, I guess. Her skill is when a card is placed in your damage zone, if you have a Celestial Vanguard, then this card gets plus 2,000 power. And if you have a copy of your Vanguard in the damage zone, so if you have a copy of this and you have a copy of this in the damage zone face up, then your Vanguard also gets plus 2,000 power until the end of turn. So basically, she is in a way a good version, a better version of Broken Heart because she's not Generation Break restricted. But the bad part is you need to have a copy of your Vanguard in the damage zone in order for your Vanguard to get plus 2k, which is not hard because this deck kind of needs you to do that. But yeah. Next, rating 2 of this card. She's a rescue unit for the new set, from the new set. So she's not Celestial, but her effect is Rescue 1. When this card attack hits, you can recover 1 damage, and then deal 1 damage to your Vanguard. So basically, attack, you hit, take 1. Oh no, yeah, you recover, you heal 1, and then you take 1. So she's a little bit of pressure. It's quite nice. If you guys watch my previous Gavrail deck profile, you'll see that I run the Pegasus, and the Pegasus actually helps me win games. She's not 11k, she's 9k, but it's fine. Being 9k doesn't hurt her that bad. So next we're running the Candle Celestial Arial. So her skill is Counterblast 1 when this card is placed on a rearguard circle. If you have Angel Feather Vanguard, you may put the cost. If you do, choose a card in your deck, the Angel Feather card in your deck, and put it in the damage zone. And then shuffle your deck, and then choose a face-up damage, and put it in the drop zone. So she's one of the cards that help you put your Vanguard into the damage zone, as well as help you toolbox for other cards. Main reason why we're running only 2 is because she is only at 8k, and there's other good grade 2s that you can run. But yeah, she's a quite nice card. Next, running 4 of these Nareru. Yeah, that's her Japanese name. I don't know her English name. Her skill is when this card is placed on a rearguard circle, you can put a Celestial unit from her hand to the damage zone, and then you can choose an Angel Feather Vanguard. If you have an Angel Feather Vanguard, you can choose a card in your damage zone and add it to your hand. So she's kind of like a No Seal, which we are not running in this deck because I think she's kind of expensive now. But yeah, but except instead of putting any card, you have to put a Celestial, which is not that big of a problem. There's only a few cards in this deck that aren't Celestial. So yeah, and she's grade 1, so that's also quite nice. Alright, next we're 2 Limerick Enablers. Mainly she's just here for her. Yeah, you can take her out if you don't want to. If you want to have some other cards, like if you want one more Stride Fodder, that's fine. Or if you want one more of this Pegasus, it's also fine. This Pegasus is Celestial, and he's a pretty good card. His skill is when this card is placed on the Guardian Circle, if you have a Celestial Vanguard, you can choose a copy of your Vanguard in your look through your deck for a copy of your Vanguard and put it in your damage zone, and then choose 1 card in your damage zone and heal it. So basically, if you have this, if you want her as your Vanguard, you can guard with this, and then choose a copy of this card in your deck and place it in the damage zone and heal 1. So then you can get the conditions for her effect. It's sort of nice. It's nice if you couldn't get off with a Arial before. And then running 2 Stride Fodders. Yeah, Stride Fodders. You can run more if you want, but 2 is sort of okay. I'm running 4 Celestial Perfect Guards because this is a Celestial deck. Triggers 4 of this new critical trigger for Celestials. 4 old vanilla triggers. 1 Refros because Refros is Refros. Oops. And then 4 of this stand trigger. Mainly you're running him because he has rescue, so you can top deck triggers if you want. Most of the time you'll be attacking with a column with him boosting first, so that you can so that you can proc his effect first and then give your effects to your Vanguard. If it's like extra critical, you can give it to your Vanguard. It's pretty good. And he's probably not expensive. And then running 4 heal triggers, cause heals. You can run the one that goes back in your deck instead, but I don't have that many yet. I only have 12, so I have them for other decks. All right. And also that I think that common is actually kind of expensive now, but I don't know. Maybe. G-Zone, we're running 2 of the Celestial Mikaeru. So there's, I think it's Michael, just Michael, or something like that. Michaela? I don't know. Her skill is kind of lost 1. If you have a Celestial Heart, then you can put the top card of your deck into damage zone, and then you can choose a face-up card in your damage zone and call it to your rear guard circle. And then if your damage zone has a copy of your heart in it, so if you have a card with your heart's name in it, you can the called unit gets plus 5,000 power. So if you have this and then you have this, then the called unit gets plus 5,000 power. Pretty self-explanatory, but I'm just not explaining things well. I'm in a hurry, so yeah. You catch my plane. Yeah, so 2 of these. I think these are cheap, so running 2. Running 1 of the this dude, Soul Blast 2. When it's placed in a Vanguard circle, you can recover all your damage. And then for every damage you recovered, shuffle your deck, and then for every damage you recovered, you can put top card of your deck into the damage zone. It's not damage checks, but you just refresh your damage so that you have open counterblast. Or if you want to get lucky and you have none of these there, you can just try to top 1 in there. Next, running 2 Arial. Arial is cheap. On hit, look at top 3, put 1 in damage zone, shuffle your deck, and then choose a grade 2 or lower card in your damage zone and call it to rear guard circle, and then that unit gets plus 2,000 power. She's a good first ride. These are both good first rides. It depends on what situation you want. If you have a good unit you want to call out, then you're probably going to go with her. If you want to have extra attacks or something, you can use her. And sorry, the cards are the not so cheap cards. We're running 2 of these because these are expensive, but I think you should run at least 2, even if it's budget. The deck can run without her, but you're gonna lose a huge amount of power without her, because you pretty much get 5 damage checks or 5 drive checks with her. I know it's not actually 5 drive checks, but it's pretty much 5 drive checks. So you guys probably know what she does. So I think running 2 is the bare minimum. And then running 2 Raphael, it's also bare minimum. Yeah. Running 1 of this, just in case your limit break, just in case you have 5 damage, then you can push for extra numbers. Normally you would use her as a first ride for Gabriel, but she might be a good last stride if you run out of all these other stuff because like these you're probably not gonna hit. This one your field might be full already. Then you can use her to just pump your front row, and if you're limit 5, she gets another 10k, which might be useful. And then on to the G Guardians, we're running 1 Dismal to protect your broken heart clone, 1 Screw to protect yourself, 2 of the Fighters Collection 20k guards, and then 2 of the Rescue one. So she's not as good in this deck as she is in a Gabriel deck because you don't get the extra 2k, but she's still fine if you have the Broken Heart clone, or if you damage check a trigger, that's also pretty good. So yeah. So yeah, overall this deck, it's nice. It's not like broken or anything. It's not, but it's actually pretty fast. It's actually pretty fast for what it is. Oh god. yeah, it's a fun deck. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this. Oh yeah, I need to tell you what I'm going to add in if you're playing in a area with a lot of Link Joker players, you might want to tech him in. Probably take these out for him, because he's pretty good. Skill is, if your damage zone has a copy of your Vanguard in it, then this card gets, and there's no unit in your front row, he gets plus 8,000 power, and he can attack from the back row. So he's a 16k attacker by himself, which is pretty good. But yeah, I guess he's pretty good in Link Joker heavy metas, but yeah, or if, I don't know, yeah, I'm personally not gonna run him because, one, he's a dude, and two, there aren't that many Link Jokers in my area. So, and for the most part, people are more tactful in my area. If they see you play Celestials, they're probably not gonna play some tier 1 OP meta deck against you. So you can rest assured. But yeah, that's pretty much for this deck. Oh, actually no, God. If I could change the G zone with whatever I want, I'll probably just put these back in and probably take out one of these, one of each of those. I'll probably take this out actually, and I would probably take out another. I'll probably take out Screw. So my G zone would look something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah. If you have unlimited budget, then you probably have a G zone something like this. 4 Gabriel, 4 Raphael, 1 Mikaeru, 1 Uriod, 1 Man Doctor, and then 1 Dismal, 2 Rescue. Actually, no, you can take this out and run Screw instead. So G Guardians look something like this. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this deck profile. Thanks for watching, guys. Sorry if I was in a rush, but been pretty busy these past 2 days, cause yeah. But anyway, this is pretty much it. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Kartaku, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.